How much are model buses worth? Well, how much are they worth? Some people might... there are several different reasons, and I'm talking about Creative Master Northcord in this video, though I might do some other manufacturers in other videos. Sometimes you get passed them by a deceased relative, and you think, well, how much are they worth? What can I do? Should I put them in the charity shop? Should I sell them on? So I'm here to answer that question today. Now, firstly, I'm going to say that there is no one answer. It's a bit like, what should I do after brushing my teeth in the morning? There are so many answers. You could say eat your breakfast, could say loads of things, which is why I'm going to give you quite a few answers. Now, not every Creative Master Northcord bus is the same price. For example, this bus here, take this Cambridge Park and Ride bus, and I shall show you. So I'm going to tell you today how much a model bus is worth depends on three factors: condition, what it comes with, and what type of bus it is. Okay, so if you have, we're going to start off, okay? If you have this bus here, okay? This is a top-of-the-range Creative Master Northcord model. This looks beautiful and will sell for the most out of any model. So let's take this example. This model would sell for about £50 to £60 if it had a great box, mint box. This one isn't exactly mint, so I'm not going to say it is. But if it had a mint box, mint bus certificate, and obviously everything and if everything came with it, and extra points if it's never been opened because people trust that. Then, what if you lose this outer card and you just have this to sell? Well, it'll sell for a little bit less. I'm not quite sure how much because I haven't seen one of these go yet with just this, but it will sell for less, okay? What about if you just have the bus itself? And I shall show you here. Okay, now, okay fine, I'm not going to bother taking it off, but if you just had the bus here, it can be worth as little as 60% of its original value, just so that you're aware of that. So, don't chuck away the box if you're considering selling it on in the future. Now, obviously that was for a top-of-the-range Creative Master Northcord model. Even if the model is mint, if it doesn't have a box, it will not sell for as much. Right, so moving on to the next bus that I have here with me. Right, so let's take a slightly less expensive model. This Metroline Enviro 200 Dart bus. It's still a beautiful bus, it's just smaller. Now this one has a mint box. In fact, this one usually has the tissue around it. I just removed it because I want to show you, and I did remove it for the review earlier. This one is a nice bus, mint condition. This bus will sell for about... all these darts will sell for at least 30 to 40 quid online because people like them. If you have a long dart, even more, then people will like them a lot as well. As I said, about 80% of its value, or possibly 70%, and as little as 60% if it's just the bus on its own. And finally, the least expensive models, and I don't think I have any, I don't have any cheap models, but if you have models like Mercedes-Benz buses, Sydney buses, they won't go for as much in the UK because not as many people desire them in the same way. So a couple of tips: make sure that you keep the bus in its box, and if it's out of the box, then make sure you take care of it, and certainly don't let children play with it if you're considering selling it on, and certainly do not think that you can just sell them on as mint when they aren't. They literally need to be spotless if you call them mint. I would advise, unless you are extremely sure that there are no marks in it. I'm sure because I know when I've taken them out of my boxes, and all of the models were brand new before this, so I know it. But unless you're 100% sure, don't sell them as mint, because if somebody receives it, they can get very, very angry if you don't send them a mint model. Some are more sympathetic, some aren't. So list it as very good condition if you think there are a couple of minor marks. And make sure you reattach the wing mirrors properly instead of just, randomly gluing them on. So that was how much our Creative Master North chord buses were. If you were interested in more videos on this, I'm interested in doing more videos, and I'd like to do an updated bus collection video in the future, so do stay tuned. And guys, I think we've nearly hit 100 subscribers, so thank you for that. And I will look forward to the next video. So see you guys later. Bye.